This video will go over the solutions for the two problems on this page. In the first problem, we are first asked to declare struct player D and set its struct members accordingly. In the same way as we declare other data types, such as ints and chars, we declare our struct player D by explicitly stating the data type, struct player, and then giving a name to the variable, D. Next, in order to initialize D's name, number, and goals members, we access them using dot notation and assign values to them. Finally, we need to increment the value of goals by 1. Since goals is an int, we can use the usual int operations to modify it. In this case, we can increment goals by either writing d.goals plus equals 1 or d.goals plus plus, or we could even say d.goals equals d.goals plus 1. In the second problem, a struct player D has been declared and assigned values. We're asked to write a void function named score, which takes a pointer to a struct player and increments its goals by 1. First, let's write the header. Since the function is going above the place where it's called, main, we don't need to provide a separate prototype. The description tells us that it's a void function, so that's the return type. The parameter is pointer to struct player, and I've chosen to give it the name target. We have to increment the goals for this player, but in this program, we can't simply do target.goals in order to access a goals member, since target itself isn't a struct player, it's a pointer to one. In fact, if we were to try and compile this, gcc-wall would throw an error to point this out. To proceed, we will need to dereference the pointer and then access the goals variable. We can do this like so, or by using the notation you saw in the video, which was also suggested by the compiler. Recall that the arrow operator is simply some alternate syntax, and the two statements are the same. Finally, we need to increment the value. Remember that the arrow operator, like the dot operator, has higher precedence than the plus plus operator, so no parentheses are needed. However, if you find this tricky, you can always be explicit about grouping.